What happens when you sell spots on your wedding suit to companies like a Billboard? Well, I hope you're having a great day, because it's time for another episode of Odd News Weekly, the show where we find the craziest news from all over the internet and all over the world to give it to you for your viewing pleasure. This week, we have Australia proving again that it is the scariest place on Earth. And you gotta stay to the very end to hear about the lost Spanish treasure that was found on the coast of Florida. So let's get into it with story number 1. Groom turns wedding suit into walking billboard. A tech entrepreneur in France named Diapered wanted to marry his wife so badly, so he sold spots on his wedding suit to companies to advertise at this event. And that's why his suit looks like one of those football jerseys that just have 1 million logos on it. And if you're wondering how much he earned, well, he got $10,000 but spent $5,000 on the suit, and he had to pay taxes, so he came out of it with a free suit and $2,000. So it's not really a huge payout, but the story gets better, because someone in his tech group was so impressed with how he was able to sell spots on his suit so quickly that he offered Dagobert his dream job. And now he's working in New York. How wholesome! Who knew tech entrepreneurship could be wholesome? So congratulations, Dagobert and Anna. We wish you the best. Let's keep everything wholesome. And I hope all of you in the tech entrepreneurship space, please don't create sentient evil AI that's gonna take over the world and all of our jobs. Thanks! But what do you think? Would you sell spots on your suit and make your wedding day all about advertising? Let us know in the comments below. But speaking of lighting things up, this natural phenomenon is called the Beaver Supermoon. Have you ever heard of the Beaver Supermoon? And no, don't worry, it's not a moon made of beavers, or made of anything else, for that matter. But it is what they're calling the biggest moon that we've seen in quite a while. And the world is abuzz with pictures from all over the world of the spectacular sight that only comes once in a beaver moon. Anyway, show the pictures. Honestly, some of the shots look insane, like no way the moon is that large. But the real question is, what do beavers gotta do with this moon? I don't know. But apparently after some research, it's because Native Americans used to set beaver traps in November. And somehow that has something to do with the moon. I don't know. But there you are, Beaver Supermoon. Very large, very cool. Nature is amazing, I guess. But what do you think? Do you think it's the coolest supermoon you've ever seen? Apparently there's one coming up in December, so, you know, it's gonna be old news for this old beaver. I don't know, it's not that funny. I don't understand it. But what do you think? Were you able to catch this Beaver Supermoon? Let us know in the comments below. But speaking of nature being amazing, watch this woman save a beached shark with her bare hands. If you ever thought you were metal, this woman Colleen Dunn was just walking her dogs by the beach when she noticed a shark. And of course, the only natural thing to do was pick it up with her bare hands and throw it back into the ocean. Check it out. Now that is metal. I mean, I personally think animals are great. I like animals. Animals are cool. Nature is awesome. But would I ever try to hold a shark? Absolutely not. I once saw a video where a tiny shark bit off a guy's pinky. I don't want to be like that. And that's why I'm scared of the ocean. I mean, but still, any normal person would be scared of a shark. I mean, it's a shark. It's a shark. People are scared of sharks. It's fine, right? But still, good job, Colleen. We need people like her to keep the wildlife safe, because certainly I am not gonna be one of those people, especially when it comes to sharks. But what do you think? Is my fear of sharks too illogical, or are you with me? I hope you're with me. So let us know in the comments down below. But speaking of comments, since you're already there, may I please request a like, a subscribe, and hitting the notification bell only if you really enjoy this content, because if you do, it really helps us a lot. It really does, and we appreciate it, and it really, and it makes my job easier, honestly. So maybe if you want to do that, but no pressure, no pressure. Anyway, on to number 4. The world's largest spider web has now been found, and it houses 111,000 spiders. Since we're already talking about sharks, let's keep it going with the hell nah! Because this spider web that they found in the south of Europe apparently spans 106 square meters. And apparently it houses 2 different species of spider. And also, did I mention 111,000 spiders?
Oh, hell no! Hell no!
I mean, how can 2 different species of spider live in the same web? How is that even possible? And apparently, it's the first time we've ever seen it, so that's an interesting find. But if you think somehow it can't get any worse, well, take a look at this video of this guy just touching it. He's just poking and touching it. Please stop touching it, sir. It's gonna explode and the spiders are gonna come out and they're gonna take over civilization. Please, just stop. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, no, I'm never gonna get near that place. But yeah, what do you think? Do you like spiders? Are you crazy? Do you like spiders? Or do you hate them like me? And if you do hate them, well, there's 111,000 reasons not to go over there. But, research, I guess, that's good. Keep researching, guys. I guess. Maybe the spider apocalypse is upon us. I don't know. But if you think we're done with all the nature stories, well, think again. Because we have just one more that's gonna make you squirm. Because in Australia, you can find one of the most venomous snakes on Earth inside your laundry bin. Ah yes, Australia. Lovely beaches, the Great Barrier Reef, the Sydney Opera House, and every single living organism out to get you and kill you in your sleep. And that's what this family saw firsthand when they were going through their laundry bin and they found an eastern brown snake. That's right, that eastern brown snake, which is the second most venomous snake in the world, and its bite can induce death in half an hour.
Nice.
And this family took a video when they got the snake capturers to go through their stuff and contain this eastern brown snake.
What are
and
you
wow,
doing in the laundry basket, sir?
why are they so chill? Why are they so relaxed? I guess they are really Australian. They're so used to this. Everyone's so chill. I just don't have any idea how Australians just do it, man. I mean, that's the second most dangerous snake in the world. You could die at any minute, but you're like, oh, look, it's a little snake. Wow. How do you do that, huh? But yeah, apparently the snake was contained and is now living free in a habitat where it can harm no human lives. And also, no human lives can harm it, because, you know, now it's free and doesn't have to be scared of people touching it and such. But oh my god, would you ever move to Australia? I don't know. Every time I look over there, it's like, oh, they lost the war to a bunch of birds. And now, also, snakes in the laundry. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know if I could do it. But speaking of things I wish I didn't know, this bus driver was caught watching reality TV while driving at 80 kilometers an hour. In India, a bus driver was caught watching Big Boss, which is apparently just an adaptation of Big Brother, while driving a bus full of passengers at 80 kilometers an hour. Now imagine that, you know, you're just trying to be comfy in your seat, you want to get to the place safely, and then you look over there and the dude who's supposed to be driving your bus is watching reality TV. And of course, some of the comments completely condemned the act, and some of the comments were just saying, yo, he's just listening to the audio so he doesn't sleep on his trip. But this isn't an isolated case, because apparently back in March, a cab driver in Hyderabad was driving while playing PUBG. That's even worse. I mean, you can't just listen to the audio, you have to play a game while driving at the same time. That's not safe, not good. Anything to get that chicken dinner, I guess. But man, makes me think, everyone really is just so addicted to their phones that they can't even just do their job anymore. Their eyes are glued to the screen. But what do you think? Do you think it was fine that he was just listening to the audio, or do you think there should be absolutely no video in the driver's seat of a bus? Probably the latter, probably. But yeah, that guy playing PUBG, bro, you're addicted. Please, just drive the car. Just drive the car. But if we're talking about PUBG, I mean, you know, there is a New Jeans and PUBG collaboration, and you know how I feel about New Jeans. You know how I feel about it. I might have to play some PUBG. So I get you. But just drive, please, just drive. But speaking of not having any jeans, this sheep wearing a diaper rides a train in Poland. Now we're moving on to some of the more wholesome parts of nature. And yeah, I know, I'm a little confused with the headline. But yeah, apparently commuters in Poland saw this sheep board the train with a diaper and just go off to its designated seat like it knew what it was doing. Crazy. But while others thought that it was shocking and very cool, others saw that the animal was actually quite stressed, and they were even calling it modern animal abuse. So yeah, maybe not so wholesome. But what do you think? Do you think the sheep should be allowed on the train? I mean, it's so cute, and it's potty trained. But yeah, I guess if it was under stress, then that's not good, Mr. Owner. Why is a sheep on the train? I don't know. So many questions. But speaking of things that make me have a lot of questions, this gamer plays Dance Dance Revolution for 144 hours straight. Well, if you think you had a crazy gaming binge, well, think again. Because this guy, and I won't even attempt to read his name, so let's just call him Grasshopper, because that's his gamer name, broke the world record for the longest video game marathon by playing Dance Dance Revolution, that game that people were crazy for in arcades in the 2000s, for 144 hours. That is 6 days straight. 6 days straight of just DDR. What I don't understand is how you can play it for that long. I can't even dance for 2 minutes without running out of breath. But apparently he's not new to this, because he's already broken some other gaming world records. But still, congratulations, Grasshopper. Way to keep the music alive. Until 6 days later. But what do you think? Are you as impressed as I am? Because 6 days straight, come on, that's crazy. That's gotta be one of the crazier ones. World records. But speaking of impressive and cool, check out this rare footage of this fish hitchhiking on a whale. Yeah, we've been talking about nature quite a bit in this episode, but check out this rare footage of remoras sticking on to a humpback whale. Yeah, cool, very cool. It's a very interesting POV. I've never seen this angle before. But how did they get this footage? Was this recorded by a fish? Because it looks like it's from the fish's POV, and then it came off the whale, and then it was able to get back on. So I'm confused. Was a guy just holding on to a whale for dear life while filming this thing? Apparently, whales don't even like it that much because they find them annoying, so they try to brush them off when they can. But these remoras just want to stay on because dead skin is apparently delicious. But yeah, how did they film it? I don't know. Very rare footage, I guess. It's crazy. I don't. It was filmed by a fish videographer. But what do you think? Nature cool? Interesting? How do you think they filmed this? Can someone tell me? Maybe you go tell me. I don't know. Maybe you have more information about this. But speaking of hidden treasure, story number 10. Professional treasure finders find $1 million worth of lost Spanish treasure. That's right, for all of you at home whose childhoods were filled with possibly finding a secret map that would lead you to a secret treasure and finding something so cool and getting rich and finding gold. Well, these guys just made our dreams come true because they found $1 million worth of gold and silver coins off the Florida coast. The treasure belonged to the 1715 fleet of Spanish ships that sank during a hurricane. So it's over 300 years old. And apparently they've been doing this for a while and this is their job. But they say if you want to get into treasure hunting for the big jackpot, well, you probably shouldn't do it. These guys do it for the love of the game. And that jackpot is just a cherry on top. And you gotta respect it. So congratulations, friends who found $1 million of treasure. I hope you spend it wisely. And who knows, maybe there's more treasure somewhere in the ocean. Maybe I should go to the ocean, except I'm scared of the ocean. So maybe I won't. But speaking of congratulations, a congratulations is in order for everyone here who's watching the show, because thank you and you. And you have now reached the end of today's episode. Can you believe it? 10 stories up, 10 stories down, you made it to the very end. And that makes me really proud because you spent your precious time with us here today. And that's all we want because we love having you around. We love it. And it really warms our hearts when you go over there and make your comments and hit your like buttons and hit your subscribe button and your notification bell buttons. All of that stuff really, I can feel the warmth and the love all the way from here. I'm sorry if today is a little bit more chaotic than usual. I don't know. It's been a while. So, it's not my usual recording time, but you don't know that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed all the crazy stories from this week, all about nature and scary things and dangerous reptiles. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you again next week. And remember, friends, stay odd. Bye!